My name is Poet RS. I feel really nostalgic. This is the first place that I ever performed. Yeah, for real. So this piece is called Cartoon Kid. I used to watch cartoons as a child, using it as a means of escape, no escape rope. You see, my crystal was a maze. Fantasy, entertainment, entertaining the entertaining me because I wasn't old enough for what reality shows. My reality showed that I was just a GMO product in an environment of pain. And every cartoon watch was an IV drip to my veins. There were no Pinky and the Brain dreams, no Ed and Eddie schemes. Picture the scene that I've seen. Broken homes broke down my outer core. Myself up for Shaggy. I didn't care much for what Scooby knew because I had to be scrappy in order to fight for scraps. I was more in tune with my vulture than my culture. That's what happens when you scavenge for survival. Chasing my ambition to just live was like Tom and Jerry. But just like Tom, I always felt deflated. Defeated. Shit. This state of living should not be a state of living. But as a child growing up, I only ever saw what was in front of me. They told me eyes were the windows to the soul. Look into my eyes back then and all you saw was TV static. Next to a TV screen that made like beams. And took me to places where recess was more than just break time. Shit. More than just playtime. Does that mean I'm a Looney Tune and a maniac for thinking that reality was false? That cartoons made sense? I was so in tune to the tune of tunes that Cartoon Network to veil over my eyes. Depression swiped right and side swipe until my inner head shape stretched out. Hey Arnold.
What up, football head?
But I was still looking for that hey poet from anyone with a heartbeat. But you can't get that from the deceased, so I turned to DC because I couldn't bear to marvel at me. I'm boiling over. I couldn't find myself in the steam. Where's my self-esteem? I felt like Chucky from Rugrats. And not because I had rats in my rugs, you see, I was so low and I was so low, those cartoons were appealing. Feeding my inner demons with fruity thoughts when I'm sleeping. Bananas. Feeding my inner demons with fruity thoughts when I'm sleeping. Bananas in pajamas. Running down the stairs. Bananas in pajamas. Reality, I'm really scared. And I don't know how to break out. I took breaks in other people's home because I couldn't stand the breakage of my own home. I'm using my oven as more than just cooking. It was my central heating. I wasn't a vegan by choices because I couldn't afford cow and chicken. Remember, I had to scrape the scraps. I blinked back every tear when I was in a tailspin. How do you know what you can't control? If you ever decided to talk to me, I'd reciprocate that with anger. Batman, I will bedrock your head till I fucking bam bam. Pressure pressed my pressure points. You see, my release was out of reach. I wanted to reverse grudge and crawl into the TV screen. The darkness was overwhelming. Because my freedom scattered like sesame seeds. Whereas Sesame Street with Elmo was feeling more like Elm Street with Freddy, so closing my eyes wasn't an option. No more sinking into the sofa. Get out. It's not obscure for you to be a captain planet. And know that you have the ring of love all along instead of all alone. Those cartoons don't need you. They never watched you in the first place. Was it worth that square vision that tried to pop FLO? I don't even like spinach.
It's good though.
But just know that the TV's finished. Because you don't have to watch cartoons the same way people see reality shows. Who gives a fuck what your reality show? You got more options than problems. Change the narrative. Be the narrator and not the cartoon. Because once they stop drawing the characters, you'll still be there. And that's what your reality shows.